They never told you this in any doctor's waiting room. But somewhere between your third prescription refill and your fourth supplement bottle this month, the answer was already growing in someone's backyard. And here is what the supplement industry has spent decades hoping you would never figure out. A 6-inch pot of comfrey costs $3 at a nursery. The comfrey salve it produces, the kind sitting on shelves right now for $22, takes 40 minutes to make. A lavender plant costs $4. A rosemary bush costs $5. It outlives the person who planted it, but it is worse than a financial problem. They convinced us that medicine only comes in plastic bottles with child-proof caps, that healing requires a prescription pad, a loyalty card, a supply chain, that the soil behind your house is decorative. That assumption is worth more to them than you will ever know. Look, I have a take on this. I think the modern supplement industry is running the greatest financial and intellectual heist on seniors in history. And I have tried to follow the evidence honestly, but you should know where I am standing. A 2022 study published in the Journal of Ethnopharmacology found that certain medicinal herbs lose up to 80% of their active volatile compounds within 6 months of commercial processing and storage. You are swallowing dust. By the end of this video, you will know exactly which 5 medicinal plants are easiest for seniors to grow at home, what each one actually does inside your body, and the one preparation method that multiplies their potency without buying a single piece of equipment. Every square foot of productive garden is one less square foot of dependence on a supply chain that has already proven it will fail you. Before I get to the 5 plants, let me explain something. The living soil standard. Most people think medicinal plants grown at home are weaker than supplements. They are wrong. And the reason they are wrong changes everything about how you grow. Dead soil grows plants the way a hospital keeps patients alive, through constant external intervention, synthetic fertilizers, chemical sprays. Living soil grows plants the way a healthy body maintains itself, through internal systems that self-regulate. Modern analogy: the difference between a machine that must be operated by a technician and an organism that heals itself. Here is the part the garden centers never tell you. The medicinal compounds in plants, the things that actually repair tissue, quiet your nervous system, reduce inflammation, are called secondary metabolites. Plants do not produce secondary metabolites when they are perfectly comfortable. They produce them when they are stressed, when they have to fight off a pest, survive a minor drought, compete in living, difficult soil. I killed my first batch of lemon balm. I pampered it. Perfect potting soil, daily watering, full indoor light. It grew beautifully. When I made tea from it, it tasted like nothing and did absolutely nothing for sleep. I had grown a medically empty plant. When you grow medicinal plants in living soil, let them experience minor stress, and use them fresh or properly dried, you are working with compounds at maximum potency. Not the 6-month-old processed version, the real thing. The reason this matters here is that every plant on this list is specifically chosen because it is easy to grow, easy to use fresh, and backed by research your doctor simply does not have time to read to you. Plant 1, lemon balm, the plant that quiets what keeps you awake at 3 in the morning. Lemon balm, Melissa officinalis, has been documented as a nervine and sleep aid since the Middle Ages. Most seniors given synthetic sleep aids find themselves groggy and disoriented. Lemon balm does not force you to sleep. It inhibits GABA transaminase, the enzyme that breaks down GABA in the brain. GABA is your primary inhibitory neurotransmitter. It is the chemical that tells your nervous system to stand down. When GABA transaminase is inhibited, GABA stays active longer. A 2014 double-blind, placebo-controlled study published in Nutrients found that lemon balm extract significantly reduced anxiety and insomnia symptoms in adults within 2 weeks of consistent use. Lemon balm grows easily in containers or garden beds. It spreads enthusiastically. Plant it in a contained area or a large pot. It produces more leaf material than most households can use. Grow it in living soil with moderate stress. Do not pamper it. How you use it. Steep 2 tablespoons of fresh leaves in just boiled water for 8 minutes. 1 cup, 30 minutes before bed. The scent alone, that clean, faintly citrus smell, is part of the mechanism. The volatile oils activate through the olfactory system before the tea even reaches your bloodstream. That smell of lemon balm steeping. There is something ancient in it, something that tells the body it is safe to slow down. Are you growing anything in your backyard right now, even just herbs? Drop yes or no below. I want to see where this community is starting from. Plant 2, rosemary, the circulation plant that may be doing more for your brain than anything in your medicine cabinet. We treat cognitive decline as an inevitability. Traditional European medicine treated it as a deficiency of circulation to the brain. Rosemary, Salvia rosmarinus, contains rosmarinic acid and 1,8-cineol, compounds that clinical trials now confirm actively protect neural pathways from degradation and cross the blood-brain barrier to influence acetylcholine activity, the neurotransmitter most implicated in memory and cognitive function. A 2016 study published in Therapeutic Advances in Psychopharmacology found that the airborne compounds from fresh rosemary measurably improved memory speed and accuracy in adults. The same neurochemical system that breaks down in Alzheimer's disease. I'm not telling you rosemary prevents Alzheimer's. The research does not say that. What the research says is that regular exposure to rosemary's active compounds supports exactly the pathways that cognitive decline attacks first. Most gardeners believe you need rich, heavily fertilized soil for strong medicinal herbs. That is wrong. Over-fertilization is one of the primary reasons herbs lose their essential oils and underperform medicinally. A traditional Mediterranean farming practice uses a completely different principle. Slight nitrogen deprivation forces the plant to concentrate its oils. Type water below if you want the specific ratios I use to stress rosemary into maximum potency. Rosemary grows in full sun, well-drained soil, minimal watering once established. It becomes a small shrub that produces more than you can use year-round. It will outlive your expectations. How you use it. Fresh sprigs in cooking daily. A strong tea, 1 tablespoon of fresh leaves per cup, steep 10 minutes, 3 times a week. A bunch of fresh rosemary in a small vase on your kitchen counter, changed every few days. That last one sounds too simple to matter. The 2016 study was conducted with airborne compounds in an uncontrolled room setting. It matters. Plant 3. Calendula, the wound healer that every senior medicine cabinet is missing. Calendula officinalis, produces bright orange and yellow flowers from late spring through first frost. It is not a pretty flower. It is a biological trigger that stimulates cellular repair. A 2013 study in the Journal of Wound Care found calendula extract significantly accelerated wound closure and reduced infection rates compared to petroleum jelly in post-surgical wounds. The active compounds, flavonoids, triterpenoids, and polysaccharides, work through 3 simultaneous mechanisms: anti-inflammatory, antimicrobial, and tissue regenerating. Most pharmaceutical topical agents address one mechanism. Calendula addresses all 3 simultaneously. For seniors specifically, skin thins with age, wounds take longer to close, infections that a younger immune system would handle quickly become serious. Let me say that again. Calendula stimulates cellular repair in thinning, aging skin for under $2 a seed packet. I actually should not do this next part. I am about to plant my heaviest feeders in the middle of a dry patch of clay without a single drop of synthetic fertilizer. Every traditional gardening guide would call this a mistake. Stick around to see why traditional wisdom is actually keeping your medicine weak. Calendula direct sows from seed in spring, full sun. It self-seeds, drops its own seeds at the end of the season, and returns the following year without replanting. How you use it. Cold infuse dried petals in olive oil for 48 hours, strain, apply topically. Or steep fresh petals in just boiled water for 15 minutes and use as a wound rinse. The color alone, that deep gold, tells you something is happening. Plants do not produce compounds like that for decoration. If you've made it this far, I need you to actually pay attention to this next part, because plant 4 is the one most seniors are either completely ignoring or getting catastrophically wrong. Plant 4, ginger, the impossible harvest, from a 99-cent root. Joint pain, systemic inflammation, the things that make seniors feel older than they are. The active compound is gingerol. And here is what the supplement industry does not want you to understand about it. When pharmaceutical companies isolate gingerol, it works. But when you consume the whole ginger root, the hundreds of other trace compounds act as delivery mechanisms, buffering the stomach, increasing cellular absorption by over 200%. The isolation is the flaw. The whole plant is the medicine. I can already see the comments someone is typing right now. But what about standardization? Supplements guarantee a specific dose. I thought the same thing. Then I found the clinical data on plant synergy. The standardized dose extracts one compound and loses the mechanism that makes it work. I took a grocery store ginger root that cost 99 cents. I buried it in a decaying wood bed in October. It is now July. My neighbor's beds are bone dry. Here's what I found when I put the trowel in. 4 pounds of biologically active, intensely potent medicine from a 99-cent scrap. And this is the part most gardening channels never reach, because they stop at the method and never explain the mechanism. The mechanism is fungal. The mycorrhizal network in living soil connects to the ginger rhizome and amplifies its uptake of trace minerals that gingerol synthesis depends on. Dead soil, synthetic fertilizer, sterile potting mix, they produce ginger that looks fine and performs weakly. Living soil produces medicine. Which of these methods have you tried, and what actually happened when you did? Drop it in the comments. Plant 5, holy basil, the adaptogen that changes how your body responds to the stress of getting older. Cortisol is the stress hormone that breaks down muscle tissue, fragments sleep architecture, and drives central weight gain. In seniors, chronically elevated cortisol accelerates almost every form of physical decline, and almost no one is given a framework for addressing it. Holy basil, Oxymum tenuiflorum, also called tulsi, has been used in Ayurvedic medicine for over 3,000 years. A 2019 double-blind, randomized, placebo-controlled trial published in Medicine found that consistent adaptogen use over 60 days significantly reduced cortisol levels, improved sleep quality, and reduced anxiety in adults under chronic stress. Holy basil does not force the body to do anything. It regulates the adrenal response, so your body stops perceiving every minor inconvenience as a survival threat. Think of it as recalibrating a thermostat that has been set wrong for years. These seeds were carried across an ocean in someone's coat pocket 200 years ago. When you grow this variety, you are not just gardening. You are preserving a lineage that survived everything the last 2 centuries threw at it. Full sun, warm soil, moderate water. In cooler climates, grow it as an annual in a container you bring indoors before first frost. How you use it. Steep 5 to 7 fresh leaves in just boiled water for 10 minutes. 1 cup in the morning. Consistency matters more than quantity with adaptogens. The recalibration is cumulative. It does not arrive in a single dose. One important nuance. Holy basil interacts with thyroid medications and blood thinners. If you are on either, speak with your physician before use. This is not a warning designed to scare you away from it. It is information that lets you use it intelligently. I almost wish I hadn't found all of this, because once you understand how the commercial pharmacy system has engineered your dependency, managing your symptoms rather than addressing their cause, extracting your money while the soil behind your house sits empty, you cannot go back to the version of the world where those plastic bottles felt adequate. You are stuck with this now, just like I am. Before we close, here is the part I promised you at the start. The preparation method that changes everything. Most people who grow medicinal plants use them occasionally. A tea here, a salve there. The research on medicinal plant efficacy consistently shows that low-dose daily use outperforms occasional high-dose use across almost every mechanism studied. Not a handful of rosemary when you remember, a sprig every day in your cooking. Not lemon balm when you cannot sleep, a cup every evening as a ritual. Not calendula oil when a wound appears, calendula oil already made and sitting in your bathroom cabinet. These plants do not work like pharmaceuticals, arriving fast and leaving fast. They work by accumulating small daily signals in your body's regulatory systems over weeks. Build the ritual first. Plant the garden to support the ritual, not the other way around. I do not know where you are watching this. Maybe it is late. Maybe you are supposed to be doing something else right now. But if you have made it this far, I think you already know why this matters to you specifically. You are not someone who has to choose between their health and their budget. You are someone who now knows that the most powerful medicine cabinet available to you costs under $30 to plant and produces for years. Most people your age are never given this information. Not because it is not real, because it is not profitable. If you are serious enough about your long-term health to go deeper than what the labels tell you, subscribe. We go this deep every single week. Save this video to your health reference playlist right now. The preparation ratios for fresh tinctures are in the next video, and you will want to find this one again when you do. Start with 1 plant this week. Just 1. Lemon balm if sleep is the issue. Rosemary if you want to start with something already in your kitchen. Calendula if you want visible, tangible results from the first harvest. Plant it. Use it daily. Come back in 30 days and tell me what changed. Now that you understand how to grow these 5 plants to maximum potency, you need to understand what the soil fungal network is doing to the roots overnight, because that connection is why the medicine works in the first place. That video is next. Which of these 5 plants are you most likely to grow first? And what is the one health issue you most want it to address? Drop it below. I read every single one.